Breathalyzers. The Minister of Transport has introduced breathalyzers during this festive season in order to curb the issue of accidents on the roads. Let us look at the bad side before we look at the good side. As somebody who has lived in South Africa for more than 14 years, I want to tell you about how the issue of breathalyzers really has salt and pepper in reducing road traffic accidents. Number one, drunk people were always found on the road. But the bad side of it was that it actually increased the number of bribes that were taken on the road by metro or the traffic police officers. Now, looking at that, you understand that South Africa's police or traffic police earn more than what Zimbabwean police earn. An average South African police officer earns around 18,600, which is over $1,000. Now, compare them with how much a traffic officer or a general police officer earns in Zimbabwe. They're earning less than $500. And on top of that, they do not even have transport for them to take them to work. So it opened a floodgates of corruption or corrupt activities on the road. As an Uber driver, I would remember chatting to other Indian and some colored individuals who would tell me that, look, I had to do Uber because it does not benefit me for me to lose 3,000 to bribes. So what this means is that these officers were taking bribes from anyone because they would threaten you with jail. After threatening you with jail, you would think, I'd rather not go to jail. I'd rather pay the 3,000 rands that they want. Sometimes they would demand 5,000. That's how brutal the system was, but it was benefiting the traffic cops. Now, looking at our case in Zimbabwe and how our police officers are struggling, it shows you that the chances of this breathalyzer system getting abused is very, very high. And that is a big problem. Now, how can that be a big problem? Number one, some people might be falsely accused that they failed the test when they indeed have not taken in alcohol. That's how abusive our police officers can be. And the second thing is that it opens up a lot of corrupt activities on the road. So what you end up having is a drunk person will still be on the road because they've paid a bribe. Now, let us look at the advantages that it might pose. Number one, to the good traffic police officers of Zimbabwe, they might jail a number of people, and that will deter people from actually drinking and driving. This is the reason why I've seen a lot of people drunk on the road, but they're still behind the steering wheel. And when you look at the accidents and the people that are involved in accidents, a number of people during the wee hours of the morning, they will be drunk. So this could be a very good deterrent, but I believe it needs to be followed by stringent measures like one, jail time for anyone who is caught drunk. And number two, it should be followed by demerit system on the driving license. But if you are caught drunk and if you cannot do jail time, we'll put a demerit system on your license. And number three, it should be followed by speed traps on the highways, because most highways do not have speed traps. And this leaves to anyone driving at any particular speed that they wish to drive. And this is dangerous for our roads in Zimbabwe. But what do you make of this initiative by the transport minister? I think it is good and bad, and we hope the police officers are not going to abuse it still to the detriment of citizens in Zimbabwe. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next video.